It always happens by design. It always happens by design. So, usually I wait till it's actually like by calendar in my time zone to do it, but it is December 24, 10:07 p.m. It's 2 hours before that. Sorry, I don't have my face all shaved. My tradition of, shaving my face for the holiday. Don't worry. In the presents vlog, which I put on my other channel, my face will be shaved and my hair will be cleaner. But I wanted to make this now, get this vlog done, this phone vlog for the one channel. So, I'm still here at the time of this. 2 more hours will be December 25, 2025. So I wanted to just to like talk about something. Um, the subject is I'm glad I don't understand that easily, or I'm glad I don't understand so easily from a glimpse. So, for example, I'm just going to use this as an example, not that I have anything against this particular topic, but I'm just using an example because it's like a popular one that a lot of people like, which is Pokemon. Try not to make this too long, I guess, I don't know, but when I say I'm glad I don't understand so easily from a glimpse, um, I'm really talking about like what feels like a universal law to me. And it feels like a form of protection, meaning that you're not going to necessarily know even a quarter of what the book really is just by looking at the cover. So just because I hear some glimpses and I see some glimpses of Pokemon, that does not necessarily equate to me understanding like the inner workings and like what this means and what that means. And we can get into the whole conversation and topic about how like, oh, but by this quote unquote natural logic, you should deduce that it means this, it's going to equate to this, which, and then some people are going to be probably say something to me like, dude, you got this, you got that, you should take blah. No thanks, not for me, dude. And that's a polite way of saying what I really want to say, which I'm not going to say on this YouTube platform. See how I frequency hop there. I noticed that with the captions, like when it jumps to like what it thinks its normal voices, it does like this little wavy thing, and the text, the output of text is like the automatic transcription. But anyway, but yeah, what I want to tell you is you do not have to feel bad just because you don't understand something, especially if it's just from a glimpse, especially when it's like something that's more complex and you see something and then your mind thinks, oh, it must mean this, and then when you see that it does not mean that at all, then you feel as if there's something wrong with you, or you feel like you're defective, but the truth is you're not. Not necessarily, especially when it comes to stuff like Pokemon and God knows what else. You hear people like say this. You hear like little bits and pieces, and like sometimes you get this good feeling, and just because you have a good feeling doesn't mean that's actually a good feeling. Just because you have a bad feeling doesn't mean there's something really bad happening. But I'm not trying to be a party pooper or anything. But yeah. So you get into this like you can fall into this like frame of mind, and I do it. And I mean, I'm probably gonna like forget about what I just said here, and like I'll temporarily go back into it, and then I'll think about this again. Then I'll temporarily go back into like feeling the way I do, and then I go up and down, up and down. So that happens. But yeah, it's just I'm trying to get back on track of what I was saying. Pressure time, pressure time, pressure time. Oh, funny, fun. But yeah, so yeah, you get like you fall into this thing where you feel like you feel like you're actually getting in on something. Like you're like I mean to an extent you are, but not enough to like not necessarily, especially in my experience, definitely not enough to like really like piece it together and be like, oh, you got this, so that must mean that, right? Right. So yeah, just hearing glimpses doesn't necessarily get it. And you know what? Yeah. But yeah, a lot of times you can listen to people and you get this good feeling inside you, like you feel like you're coming onto something, but year after year after year, not really, not from like real small glimpses. And that's not a bad thing either. So let's go back to like when I said this is like protection, right? So you have to understand that this would be a two-edged sword. So if I could understand that easily, what that means is sure, maybe I could pick up the good stuff real easily, but that would also go for all the bad things too. So I definitely would not want to like just fully pick up a bad habit just from seeing like a little glimpse of it and then just automatically, feels like equating to me like getting the full package. In other words, just seeing the cover of the book and then all of a sudden you just know the whole book, right? So I'm glad that there is a degree of protection. You can feel behind in things, but I also think it's like a really good thing to like if you want to because I wasn't always like a Let's Player, right? Like I was not like this active Let's Player 10 years ago, right? Like I was watching some things here and there, but I'm just saying like when I think about it, I'm actually glad it doesn't happen that easily, especially when it comes to like a more complex, more inner underworking kind of thing. I'm glad that I had to like spend a lot of time learning a lot of different things to really get to where I am now instead of just like picking everything up like right away, right? So yeah, just you don't have to feel bad. I mean, sometimes you will, and I do too. And I like kind of fall and I forget, and then I come back and I fall, forget, I come back. I remember, forget. When I forget, then I like get into that temporary thing, like oh man, like I start questioning my worth, right? Like you probably had that before. I know I have, where I just sit there and I just like wonder like what am I worth again? What have I done with my life again? You get to that, and that can be really scary. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I know from experience, like that can be really scary, right? And then you remember some things again, and then you forget, and you go back to that state again. So yeah. So yeah. Other than that, yeah. So maybe in a while I'll get showered up. I don't know how much sleep I'm gonna get for Christmas Day, but I'm gonna do a lot of my usual stuff, space trip, have a certain kind of coffee, and all that stuff. But yeah, other than that though, what other thing I want to talk about is, so remember when I told you like in 2023, like August was the only month I didn't record for Let's Plays, and then 2024 it was July. Well, guess what? This year in 2025, I successfully recorded episodes for Let's Plays every single month. Yep, even in this month of December, I recorded episodes for Let's Plays, and every single month before, and I don't think I've ever done that before, where I've recorded like parts for Let's Plays like every single month. I don't think I have done that before. I remember like yeah, I started like really taking off more. Like I told you the story already about how like in March 2021, that's when I started recording for my Paper Mario Let's Play, right? And here I am now. Now I'm like occupying like 6 slots, those 40 once per 40 days things, right? Like Paper Mario, Sonic Adventure DX, Splinter Cell Double Agent, PS2, Zelda Wind Waker, Zelda Majora's Mask. They all got their own slots, and then Sam Lambert has like the alternation where it's like Splinter Cell 1, then Super Mario 64, then back to Splinter Cell 1, then Luigi's Mansion, right? And then back to Splinter Cell 1. It's like 1, 2, free 2, 1, 2, free 2, right? All right. But yeah, I've been taking care of those quite a bit. It feels really good. I really like worked out a formula to help me like and like keep myself in check and keep myself like giving myself stuff to do and having that stuff to do kind of like you have that overall perspective and you like tend to things at a certain rate, and then it like helps you like realize like if you're being disrupted, and it's like, oh wait, hold on, I feel like this is going to interfere with what I want to do. So that can help like when you pick up hobbies and stuff and you want to like tend to stuff at some rate, if you get interfered with, then you'll really feel that then for sure. Like if you got nothing to do and you're just sitting around just laying down and you're just listening to like stuff that's going on in the house while you got the radio on protecting you to some degree or whatever. Like if you don't have nothing to do, then it like I'm not saying you have to do what I have to have a perspective, but it definitely does help to have like I'm a Let's Player, right? So I tend to like writing commentary and getting stuff done at a certain point. So it like helps me like realize things like I gotta tend to something, I got something to do, and I like puts in perspective. So I like hold up a standard so I don't let myself fall down too low. It helps that way a lot. So anyway, seeing the battery icon flicker a lot. So yeah, this is Irwin Yo, also known as Sam Lambert. Um, yeah, this is the vlog for the Christmas vlog. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. See you around.